What's up everybody? This is Chris here from East Coast PC and welcome back to the channel. Today we have the EK Quantum Reflection PC-O11D XL distro plate from EK. It's an awesome distribution plate with a D5 pump built into it. It's made to go directly into the Lee & Lee O11 Dynamic XL case. We're going to unbox that here, talk about all the cool features it has, give everybody a close-up view of it, and talk about who it is for and who it might not be for. Before we get started, I'd like to take this time to thank everybody for the 100 subscribers. We hit 100 subscribers a couple days ago, and I'd like to thank everybody who helped us reach that goal. I know it might sound like a small number, but when you start from zero, it's a good stepping stone, and thank everybody who's helped us get there. Each and every one of y'all are so important, and we thank everybody for all the likes, comments, the subscribers, and all that good stuff. And if there's anybody who is not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It only takes a second of your time. It helps us out so much. Drop a comment, like, do all that good YouTube stuff. And if there is anybody that has any questions, just drop a comment and I'll do everything I can to get back to you as soon as possible and do everything I can to help you with your question. So without further to talk about here, let's get started. All right, y'all, so let's get in this thing and see what we got here. Now, this EK distro plate, if a lot of y'all don't know, what the purpose of distro plates are, basically they make hardline water cooling very easy, or a lot easier than it would be if you weren't using a distro plate. Instead of using a pump res combo and having to run everything manually from that to your radiators and all that good stuff, you basically have the pump. This is basically a distribution plate and a pump res combo all in one, because it has the EK D5 pump, a very high performance water pump, on the back of this distro plate here. So we have all of that all in one, and it's just going to give us basically straight lines, that go to our components. Now, you might have to make some adjustments depending on which hardware you're using, but it looks awesome. It's really cool, and it just makes hardline water cooling so much easier. And when I first seen these things, when they first started becoming a thing at CES, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, they absolutely amazed me, and I just knew that I had to get one sooner or later. We'll set this to the side for a minute. There's a few screws and stuff in the box there, but this is what we all came to see right here. Okay guys, so this is it from the front right here. The EK Quantum Reflection PC-O11D XL. It's made specifically for the O11 Dynamic XL. The back here's our D5 water pump right here on the back. That is basically mounted right to the front with this piece of metal here. There's a piece of metal right here, as you just seen on the front side, and that's another thing that's just so awesome about these things. You don't have to have a standing up pump. It's mounted right to the back of this distro plate. To talk about specs, what we got here, all of these, let's see, I'll turn it around so y'all can see it on the back. All of these holes here, this is going to be for your hardline tubing to go to your CPU, your GPU, and 2 radiators. So spec wise, this thing is made to handle 2 360 millimeter radiators from EK. Now, one of them can be a 60 mil thickness, which is double the standard radiator thickness. It's really thick. And then also it can handle up to 140 millimeter thick radiator, which is also thicker than the standard 30 mil thickness. I'll probably go with, in our build, I'll probably do 130 in the top and a 40 in the bottom. That way there'll should be plenty of cooling, and it'll give me a lot of room left to work. One thing to note, if you are going to use the 60 in the bottom of that case and the 40 in the top, things are going to be really tight. I'm not telling you not to do that. I'm just saying things are going to be really tight. We're going to do a video soon. We're going to put this in the case and see how much room we have to work with. That's one thing that that's not online a lot on YouTube. So I want to show each and every one of you how much room you're going to have to work with this in the case. Give y'all some close-up shots of what it's going to look like once you get this in the build and how much room you have to work with. Other things to basically talk about, this does have RGB. It has addressable RGB all around the frame here. You can hook this 3-pin RGB connector right here directly to your motherboard. It can be controlled with your motherboard software. That's really good. And yeah, also right here, this right here is a flow, basically a flow meter, if you want to call it. Basically what that does, the faster that spins, it's going to, you know, show you approximately how fast your water is moving through your pump and your whole rig. The faster this is moving, the higher your water flow is going to be. The slower it's moving, the slower it's going to be. And I will turn this thing on all angles to let you guys see it. It is very well built. It's very well built. It feels like a very premium piece of hardware. One thing I do want to say, I ordered this directly from EK, and EK packaged this thing so good. The package that you see me unbox today, that was only the inside package. They also packaged it inside of another box, and I was extremely happy with their packaging. That's one thing that I always am very finicky about when you're buying high-end hardware like this. This bracket, I'm not exactly sure. I guess this, okay, that bracket there's some little mounting pieces right here, one at the bottom and one at the top. I'm assuming that is how it screws into the case somehow. We'll take a look at that in a later video when we actually put it in the case. I'll stand that up right there for a minute. And also in the box we just have a few mounting screws, little tools that we're going to use to install this in our case. And I believe, yep, that's it. That's all that's in the box there. So anyway guys, nice D5 pump, excellent looks on this. This thing is just going to make my case, and any of you that buy this, it's basically going to make your case look like an aquarium from the front. It's going to make hardline water cooling easy. I don't have a lot of experience with custom hardline water cooling. I have been water cooling for years and years and years with all-in-one water coolers. I have a 360 AIO in my build right now. I've been using 360s and 280s and even 240s for years and years before 360s were even a big thing with AIOs. So I've been using them for years and years. I always recommend water cooling, especially when you're going for performance PCs. If you want to overclock, you just want to get more out of your system. But custom loop water cooling just takes things so much further. The water, especially when you use a great D5 pump like this. Now there is the DDC 3.1 pumps. They also make a distro, EK makes a distro plate that mounts in the side of the 011 dynamic like this right here. I don't know how well y'all can see this case, but it'll mount in the side right here in the 011 dynamic, and it'll also mount in the same place on the XL. You'll just have more room left over. The thing about that is it only comes with a DDC 3.1 pump, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm doing this not only for looks, I want performance. Now, I'm a guy that's all about performance. I love making my computer look as good as they perform, but I'm not the guy that's going to say, well, we're going to just sacrifice so much performance just to make it look like eye candy. We're not going to do that. We want to make it look good, and we want to make it extremely fast as well. So a D5 pump is basically the best class water cooling pumps you can get. The only thing you could possibly do is add another one, another pump, but that's not going to be needed. Like I said, we're going to have two 360 millimeter radiators, probably 130 mil thickness and 140 mil thickness. So any configuration you go like that should work great. And like I said, also these holes right here in this block, so that's of course where your hardline water cooling is going to connect, and EK has designed it where it will roughly align with the CPU and it'll roughly align with GPUs. One thing I did forget to mention, this thing it does support up to 2 GPUs and 1 CPU. So you can use your 1 CPU and up to 2 graphics cards at the same time. I know SLI is pretty much dead, unfortunately, but there is a lot of use cases, a lot of production computers doing deep learning, AI, a lot of high performance computing that people might want to use 2 3090s or 2 Quadros or whatever they wanted to do. So it is very nice that this block will support 1 CPU and 2 GPUs simultaneously. So anyway guys, I think I've about showed this all the way around. This is the front of it one more time. It looks absolutely marvelous. I'm so excited to get this in our build. With that out of the way, and that being said, thank each and every one of y'all for watching this video. We appreciate everybody so much. Thanks again for helping us get to that 100 subscribers. We reached 100 subscribers a few days ago. We couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. Thank each and every one of y'all so much. And if there's anybody that's not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit all on that bell icon, drop a like, a comment, all that good stuff. It helps us out so much, and we greatly appreciate all of it. So thank each and every one of y'all so much, and I will see y'all soon.